is up? We're the future monkeys. We're the future monkeys. Damn it, Beardy.
And we're not monkeying around.
We're the future monkeys.
And we're not monkeying around. How long do you want to keep this bit going for? We're the monkey. We're not monkeying around.
I'm waiting for you to tell me to just read the cards. Read the cards.
I'm Ron Burgundy. No, I'm Beardy. I'm Beardy McWhiskey. How's everyone doing?
Yep, and I'm Los. And this is 103. And I'm fairly sure... No, wait, it's not 103. It's one... No, you know what? I meant to tell you that. Never did. It's 103. Last week, we said it was 103.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't. It was 102.
Oh.
There was never a 102. We went from 101 to 103, I think.
Okay,
So,
well, welcome to episode 1000
yes.
of the Future Monkeys.
You want to go with that? We'll go with that. It's fine.
It's episode 1000.
1000. All right. Episode 1000. Beat that, bitches. So we're talking E3, and we're talking we're talking E3. That's pretty much what we're talking. We got a lot of community feedback, and we got our thoughts, and that's about all we got time for. So and yeah, and that's what's going on, and we're gonna have a little announcement at the end, so stick around for that. And yeah, that's it. So where do you want to start? Where are we doing?
Let's begin in the beginning, to quote Frank Turner.
So are we talking? Because we got a lot of stuff to go through. We got a lot of responses. We got voicemails. We got all that. So do you want to go our thoughts first, or do you want to get everybody else's thoughts out of the way, or?
Yeah, let's get their thoughts out of the way. Let's just, how like when you're walking into your house and you dust off your shoes. Let's do that. To the list. Shake this shit off our shoes.
Damn it, Beardy.
I don't want their filth in my nice clean house. Let's start with some of them skeezy voicemails.
All right. Speaking of skeezy, let's see.
Hey, Future Monkeys, it's Shelby. I want to take a stab at this contest here, so let me give my best impression of a T-Rex. Hey, what the fuck? I'm a fucking T-Rex. I'm angry and shit. I got like his baby ass goddamn arms. I can't open the door like a fucking raptor, and that shit makes me pissed. But it's cool. It's not my fault. No, that was my impression of a T-Rex. I assume that's how they sound.
Oh man,
That's good. I mean, that for a minute I was worried that Chalfie was in danger, that a T-Rex was right next to him yelling into his phone.
It's so historically accurate. Like, it's and you don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's something, right? That I always think about. Whenever I'm seeing dinosaurs anywhere, how do you know that's what they sounded like?
Well, hey, we have a time machine. We could go back, and we could listen to it.
Are you saying you want to go in the time machine now?
Yeah, let's hop into the time machine.
All right. I gotta find the keys. Hold on. I wasn't expecting. I had a plaque over here with the keys set up and everything. I gotta break the glass and hold on. All right. I think this is the time machine keys.
All right, crank her up.
Hold on to your butts.
What? It's Samuel L. Jackson? Hold on. I forgot I did that. All right. I put Samuel L. Jackson in the beginning.
How apropos.
Let's leave him in there. Let's leave him in there. Because,
That's how you know where you're going.
Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson. All right. Seriously now, we're going in the time machine.
Hold on to your butts.
All right. By the look of it, we're here.
Okay, so let's listen for a T-Rex.
All right.
Hey, what the fuck? I'm a fucking T-Rex. I'm angry and shit. I got like his baby ass goddamn arms. I can't open the door like a fucking raptor, and that shit makes me pissed. But it's cool. It's not my fault.
Holy shit.
Totally accurate. What I tell you?
Man.
Hold on. It's charging. Fire it up.
Holy crap. Wait, yeah, we gotta go.
That was a close one.
That,
I think it was worth it.
That was impressive.
Yeah.
Like, maybe Chaffee's like a paleontologist, or maybe he time travels too, because he nailed it.
It's pronounced principle, Los. It's pronounced principle.
That's truth. Truth. I've been meaning to add an alarm to the time machine. Like when we're done, just a little beep. Yeah.
Excellent. All right, next voicemail.
All right.
Hello, guys. It is I, Scary J, calling here again after your last podcast. I haven't listened to the rest of the podcast. I just listened to the first 5 minutes or 10 minutes or however long it was that it took Los to explain what the new formatting was. And in my typical fashion, I need to remind Los that this is what Jen and I talked with you about in the first month of podcasting. So, I'm just throwing that out there. We already had these ideas. You were like, nah, we're a gaming podcast, whatever. Book club, that's dumb. So, legitimately, that was a bad idea. But we didn't do that. Jen and I didn't do that. You did that. See, Los, this is this thing. Anyhow, enough busting your balls. I, for one, think it's a great idea. I know you value my opinion so much because I'm so very involved with things still. And I noticed all the notifications I was getting while you were on the ledge of the roof, and how I was involved in that conversation, and hard feelings at all. It's just me, Scary, hanging out here alone, by herself, not getting involved in these conversations anymore, because clearly she doesn't matter, but whatever, it's fine. But seriously, I do think it's a good direction. So what I would like to hear from you is, I know Beardy does weird shit all the time. Like, he's probably crafting brews and doing alchemical shit in his basement at all times. I know he is. I just know it. So I need to hear all the weird shit that Beardy is doing. And I also need to hear all of the new recipes and the building fireplaces out of boxes things that Los is doing. So, yes, I appreciate where you're going. I think that's always been what easy mode listeners have been listening for. Clearly it wasn't the gaming news. So, good work. Continue forth. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Scary.
Yeah, in terms of weird shit, the only thing I'm trying to do right now is I'm planning on drilling a hole in the side of my house this weekend to run a single speaker wire out there, because I got the Sonos And that's, the sound system, it's all wireless, it all connects into an app, and you can select what room you want the music to play in. And so I had these existing speakers outside that had a wire to them, and took me some time. I've been in the house for like 3 years. I'm like, one day I'm gonna just find out if those things still work. Found out they worked, hooked it up, got it going. So I got I needed an amp to power the speakers. So I'm like, all right, I'll get the Sonos one, no problem. I get the Sonos amp. It has a left and a right channel. So right now I only have the right channel going out to the speakers, which is fine for most music, but a lot of music is mixed into stereo, not into mono. So I have to, this weekend, my Father's Day treat is I am going to run out a speaker and bore a hole in the side of my house, which has fresh siding on it. So I'm going to try to avoid actually making a hole in the siding, because we just had the siding guy come out for the patio, but no promises. I might just put that hole right back.
Now, is this a Mrs. McWhiskey approved project?
Yes, because it's for Father's Day, so she can't say no.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I cannot say that that Mrs. Los would be anywhere near happy with putting any holes in the house.
I should be able, in all reality, to just run it underneath the siding and not actually drill directly through it. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, we what was it? I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, the outside walls, like in the house you got interior walls and the outside walls. So the outside walls, when we were moving in, I was trying to hang stuff on, very hard, very difficult, thanks to the cinder blocks that are in there. And I'm not sure if it's like that up there, but here,
No.
we
have insulation because it gets cold here.
our wall is basically like, cinder blocks lined throughout the whole thing. So it's kind of hard to hang stuff on, and it's a pain in the ass. And I started drilling for the TV mount, and I quit. And I was like, okay, the whole living room is gonna get changed because I'm not dealing with this shit. And my father, he was helping with the microwave, so he had like heavy duty drills and drill bits and all that. So we got the microwave up, but that's like the only big thing that we got hanging on the outside walls.
Get yourself some Tapcons.
Whatever those are.
Those are the blue screws.
Okay.
They're meant to go into brick.
Yeah. I think I've seen those before.
Nope.
All right. Well, have fun drilling your holes, and and thank you very much, Scary, for the well wishes and for the blessings. It sounds like she's got an itch to do something. So did you get that feeling? Did you get that hint? Did you? No. Okay. I'm gonna go to the next
coming
voicemail.
up to me to dance at the school. Like, I think that chick's dig me. She's digging me, man. Like, she just threw a drink in your face. Yeah, but you didn't see how she threw the drink in my face. It's the way how she did it. It tells me that she likes me.
She looked me in the eye.
Before she spit in it.
Yeah. Oh man, I gotta pee. All right, so here's the next voicemail.
Hey guys! Laundry on the Fortnite. E3 is coming up. I'm excited. You're excited. Let's go through this. PS4 or PlayStation. What I want to see is a price drop. Maybe an expansion of PS Now, because I made a mistake with the Xbox One. I should have got PS4, but that needs to be corrected. I want to play these games, and I'm going to play these games. But speaking of Xbox, we all know, and they know, that they need some exclusives. I don't think anything's coming out in 2018 really, but they are going to show some stuff for 2019. Hopefully maybe revive some original Xbox games, something like Crimson Skies, you know? Get a Uncharted flair in there. Some on-the-ground action, flying action. I think they could make them awesome. Switch, I really want some AAA, just like regular games on there, you know? Something like the Assassin's Creed Odyssey. What if that came day and date, same price, on the Switch? Maybe it's, 720, 30 frames per second? That's fine, whatever. I'm just playing handheld mode. That'd be awesome. I would dig that. I want to see stuff like that. What else we got? Nope, that's all three. Okay, right. Los, I want to know how Hello Neighbor turned out for you. I know me and the boys tried it. They were obsessed about it, probably because of the same YouTube channel that their kids watch. But we kind of got stuck in the basement. We couldn't get past the neighbor. We couldn't figure out a way through it. And I honestly didn't care enough to really dive too deep into it to try to figure it out. But yeah, they lost focus on it, lost interest in it. There's the words. So yeah, I'm just wondering how your experience came up with that. And right, Jurassic Park. Okay, yeah, I didn't like the noise. That's cool. All right, you guys have a good night. Fun later. Wait, this is Shamir, by the way. I didn't say that, did I? All right, bye guys.
Shamir.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That
Got
was
some competition. Might be using a random number generator to figure this shit out.
I know, right? Look, I'm so excited. I popped my earphone out of my ear. All right, so yeah, I thought Chaffee was gonna be all on his own, but he's got somebody who's pretending to sound like a T-Rex that you see in the movies, not the accurate T-Rex that we went back in time to listen to. But it's still good, and it's still an entry. So we're gonna have to see if anybody else got up on this. But yeah, thank you, Shanir. It's good to hear from you. You're an OG. I'm sad it took you this long to call in, but still you called in. The Hello Neighbor, I thought he was teasing me about that, giving me shit. But I think he was legitimately asking how that's going. But we never bought it. We bought the Xbox, okay, yeah, you could play Hello Neighbor, and we never bought it. We got the kid the credit to buy it digitally because it was on sale and everything. But when it came down to it, we never purchased it because like you said, like I've mentioned, he was all about it from watching YouTube and watching the videos on there and all that, and constantly watching videos on Hello Neighbor. And it got to the point where he was having trouble staying in bed because he was scared of stuff.
Surprise.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, I told him, and the wife told him, we're like, look, you watch the videos and you don't go to sleep. You cause a fight to go to sleep because you're scared and you don't want to go to bed. You want all the lights on and all that. You're not going to play the game. And he fought us on it like so much. Because to him, it's like, he says, okay, I saw the videos. I know what happens. I'm not going to be scared playing the game. But he doesn't know the huge difference that there is between watching something and actually playing it and being the one that's controlling it. So I'm trying to save him from that, and the wife is trying to save him from that. So we never bought it. We never picked it up. So
Trying to save him from himself.
Yeah, because he would go and play it and be all into it, and then he'll never sleep again. So, but yeah, maybe one day, maybe when he gets, a little older or whatever, if that game is still anything, if he cares anymore about it, then maybe we'll try it out. But but yeah, I don't know. For me, the way he's going, he reminds me of me the way I was when I was a kid. When I was younger, like I was into all that scary stuff and everything, and he's always into all that scary stuff, like wanting to be into it, but it scares him. Like I don't know if he thinks it's cool. Like I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, we'll see how Hello Neighbor goes and everything. Currently, at this time, YouTube has been banned for like the 10th time in this house, so we're gonna see how that goes. Those fucking YouTubers, man, don't get me started. It's terrible. Anything you want to add?
No, other than I'm too afraid to play that game. So.
Well, it's very cartoony. It doesn't look like it'll be something like crazy. Like little jump scares, it looks like it gives you. But
pass.
Imagine when it comes to the Switch and you're in bed at nighttime and you got it all up in your face and you're getting jump scares like that.
It's gonna scare my whole family. The whole flock of us are always in one queen size bed.
All right. Holy shit, a queen? You got a queen?
Yeah, because it's the bed we had when we had the small house.
Oh.
And so we couldn't fit a king.
Oh.
And so we got the queen size, but now our master bedroom is like the biggest room practically in the house. So we have the room for it now.
Oh, man.
So
Yeah.
we totally should, but when we got married, all right, we're gonna do something smart. Let's get a really nice bed. And so we got one of the what's it called? The air mattress is not an air mattress.
No, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, it's not Serta Sleeper. Sleep Number. We got the Sleep Number bed.
Yeah.
Like, hey, this will last us forever. Mrs. McWhiskey's folks have one, and they've had the same one for like 20 years. So like, all right, it's definitely lasted. And so we got that, and like, well, we spent a shitload of money on this thing, so we're not getting rid of it. We just need to find a way to get the kids out of the bed.
Yeah, you when you go to a king size, it's like world of difference. You gotta find a way to justify it. Put the queen, put the what was it, the Sleep Number, whatever. Yeah, put that in like the basement or something, or a guest room. And when you put it in there, promise it that you're gonna sleep on it like once a week. Do something like that, and when walk away slowly, close the door softly, and order the king size. Get the king size going and get that.
One day.
All right. I remember when we had a queen size.
Yeah, shit sucks.
when we were, it was like the same thing. That's all we could fit. And like it was beat up. I'm pretty sure the queen size that we had was the same queen bed that I had like when I was in high school.
Yeah, dude, that's why I lost all the weight. I had to. Couldn't fit any more person into that bed.
It was so freaking heavy, like from having like 20 years of just like life in it. And we couldn't fit anywhere. And when we moved into the house in North Carolina, when we bought the house, that was like one of the things that we said, like the same thing like with you and getting married and like, let's get a bed. It was like, that was our thing. It was like, okay, we're buying a house, we're getting a king size bed. And it's like, and now we're due to upgrade it because it's, it's not no Sleep Number, so it's not lasting us forever. So, all right. You want to keep on talking about mattresses and beds?
Yeah. So. Welcome to the Mattress Cast.
Yes. Future mattresses. All right. Next voicemail.
Gentlemen, what is up? Double F checking in. Great show as always, gentlemen. Great show. Good work. Calling on eve of the kickoff of the E3 coverage. Well, at least Microsoft. Yeah, I guess it's official. The Microsoft is tomorrow, so I guess E3 officially starts tomorrow. So, calling in, gentlemen. I see they're bumping Crackdown 3 back again. Huh? Let me tell you something, gentlemen. I was a big Crackdown fan. When it first came out, I never heard of Crackdown. That was when I was on the Halo hook. They said I had to buy Crackdown if I wanted to get a little bit more Halo playtime in, so I bought Crackdown thinking, I don't know what this game is, I don't care. As long as it gets me my Halo, I'm in. Bought the game, started playing with a friend. It basically took the Halo hook out of me and put the Crackdown hook in even deeper. That game was outstanding, gentlemen. I loved the first game. Loved it. Remember those little beacon icon things, the jiggies you had to find? There was, 100 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 left, gentlemen. One's on that main tower in the middle of that island there, that, control center, whatever that tower is called. I left it there on purpose, figuring, well, I think the last one, I know where it is, but I can't find the other one anywhere. And I've tried. Anyway, I went on to Crackdown 2. That game was horrible. At least I thought it was horrible. Now, I kept waiting, praying, and hoping for Crackdown 3, and they just keep delaying it. People will come and say, well, Fred, they're better off to delay it, put out a great product than rush something. But I think I'm done. I mean, unless it really blows my mind, maybe if it has a great price, but just wondering, gentlemen, how long do you hang on when they keep delaying these games? When do you get to the point where you say, you know what, I'm done? I'm moving on to something else. I like the game. I love the game. I wanted the game, but there's only so many delays I can handle. I mean, hey, if the game isn't ready, then don't announce it. You don't start making dinner and yell, hey, it's time to eat. Oh, just kidding. I didn't finish yet. We have another 45 minutes. Then in 45 minutes, hey, everybody, the food's ready. And everybody comes right. I forgot. I didn't make this yet. Sorry. That's not how this works. Just wondering if you gentlemen are with me. I'm saying, just keep your mouth shut with these games if you're not ready for them, or you think they're doing the right thing when they keep throwing the bait out and just keep saying, well, not yet, well, not yet, well, not yet. Let me know, gentlemen. And as always, arrivederci.
Thank you, Fred.
It's a good question, and I would defer Mr. French to our book club book, Blood, Sweat, and Pixels, because it goes into game development. And it explains a lot of games that you see and that have promise, and there's so many different circumstances surrounding it of why games get delayed. And a lot of times it is for the betterment of the game, or a game's not ready. But I do agree at the same time is when they start announcing it, the reason why they do that, they're publicly traded companies, so they need to get eyes on their company saying, if we're not releasing something this year, it's got to be next year. Oh, actually, it's going to be next year. It's like you said, the dinner analogy, the analogy that what actually is working with is the airline analogy, where they'll say, oh, the flight's delayed 20 minutes. Oh, it's delayed now a half hour. And they keep on pushing out, so you don't get that refund. Because if they were to come out right away and say, flight's canceled, you go catch another flight. And so they're trying to keep you on that hook. And I don't know anyone who has a 100% positive view of the airline industry. So it's hard, because sometimes they can correct it. They can get another plane in there and get it to take off and you can get to where you need to go. In this case, it's Funtown. But sometimes the weather's a bit too rocky, and you're not going to Funtown today on any flight.
It is that book. Give me shit all you want for the book club, but that book, it is very, very good if you want to get behind the scenes look at the game industry, and it's very eye-opening to things like this. So it's numerous developers and games that you've played, or that you want to play, or on your pile of shame and all that. There's a whole bunch of games in there that they talk about, and they go in depth with numerous things. And when delays happen, they happen, and they suck. But And when you threw the question out there, there was one game that I had that fit the bill perfectly, and I'm trying to remember it, but I can't. And that's how bad it was, because I just totally wrote it off. I'm like, screw you, I'm not waiting anymore. And it's it happens. It happens a lot. I mean, Kingdom Hearts 3.
10 years.
Yo, it's been a long time. It's been crazy. And you know what? I didn't realize it because when it hit me, right? I was looking at videos at E3 for E3, right? And it was like 2 days, 3 days ago, and looking up stuff, and I found it was the Sony presser, the Sony press conference. I searched for it. I searched for something, whatever. It came up, right? And I click on it, and it's freaking from 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, holy crap. All right, this is not one I'm looking for. But, for giggles, I was like, let me look through. And I started skipping through and all that. And I saw a Kingdom Hearts game being shown. And I'm like, what Kingdom Hearts game is this? This is like pre PS4. PS4 came out 2000 what? 15?
No, it would have been 13, 14, because Lily was born in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what the funny part now is that Frozen is apparently such a big part of,
Yeah.
of Kingdom Hearts 3. That didn't come out until 2013, because that came out in November of 2013. Then Lily is born in February.
Ah, there you go. So
That's how I can remember that date. But yeah, it's a game that was announced, and now it's been changed so much in the interim. It incorporates whole other movies that weren't even out at the time.
It's insane. If you go look up the Sony press conference from E3 of 2013 and the Kingdom Hearts trailer that is there, it will blow your mind, because it looks absolutely nothing like what's being shown today. It looks like the old PS2 Kingdom Hearts. And at the end they flash Kingdom Hearts 3 logo, and it says now in development. Not even anywhere near a date. It was just saying that it's in development. And that was way back then. So it's something like, it's been delayed, like other numerous games, and I want to say maybe it's The Last Guardian, the one that I'm thinking about, that I was excited for, that I was, looking forward to, but it got delayed so much that I was just like, okay, I don't care anymore. And I still don't care. Like, it was like, what, $10 the other day, and I don't care about it, because it's done. It's dead to me. But yeah, good question. Do you want to touch on anything else there?
No, next voicemail.
I was never a Halo guy.
No, me either. But I will say, Crackdown 1, great. Crackdown 2, what the hell?
I never touched Crackdown either. Never touched it.
It's good.
And it's
Crackdown is whackdown.
That's what I heard. I heard it was very popular back in its day, collecting the little bleepy thingies that you just said, but never played it. All right, last voicemail. Did you hear me, Beardy?
I hear you.
This is our last voicemail
of the night.
All right. Last voicemail.
Hey, what's good? It's Shelby. Just answering the E3 quandary. I think that the Big Three did a really good job of showing a good lineup of games that's going to come out soon, that's going to come out later. But what I'm most disappointed in is businesses, the companies. I'm disappointed in the fans. I think the reactions just kind of really taint the whole thing. It's like you're not going to make everyone happy, and to be upset because the game's not first person or cross-platform is like, that's real petty stuff. Like, let's enjoy the games first, and let's enjoy what we could potentially be playing than already ruining it before we ever get a chance to try it out. So, fans, you're a disappointment.
Damn. Shots fired.
Turning that mirror around on the industry. Like, no, you're judging them. He's judging you. Point the finger. You got 1, 2. You got 3 pointing back at you.
And amen to him, because he's completely right. It's insane out there now. There is a lot of entitled gamers who think everything needs to be catered to what they're expecting and what they want, and it's not like that. And when it's not like that, they don't get what they are expecting, they throw fits, and they go on the internet and they rage and they pound on their computer, and it's dumb. It's all dumb.
So, thank you very much for all the voicemails. Moving on to our Discord, we have Jam. Says, I was disappointed Future Monkeys game was not announced for Switch. Just riding that butter, riding that rocket collected and clarified butter. Let's see. Scoba. I'm skipping over some here. At EF Gate. I can't.
There was a lot of conversation going on in the answers.
At EF Gaming said I'm gonna have to answer that question in person, so he's gonna drive to Florida. It's like some guy you've never seen before is gonna show up on your doorstep, ring, just say, "I enjoyed it," and then walk away. You'll know who that is then. Scobo says, I'm interested in Dying Light 2, Battlefield 5, and that mech game for Switch. Not disappointed about anything, really. It seemed there was something cool in each and every presser. Chenier says, why no Avengers info from Square?
I was waiting for it.
There's some crosstalk explaining why. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Talk about Octopath. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba. Scrolling. Get some nice mouse sounds.
I chimed in. See.
Yep, well, you were in there.
I said,
then Jam. Back to Jam.
Are you excited for Octopath Traveler? I guess that's not the time for this, is it?
No, okay. It's not, Los. It's not time for that. In all seriousness, for me, E3 was meh. I don't want people to misinterpret this as it was bad. None of the press conferences that I stay awake for blew me away. Each company really did pretty much what I expected. Microsoft showed loads of games, Sony showed few games but long demos, and Nintendo totally brought it home with its quick and to-the-point direct. This practically mirrored what they all did last year. I wasn't disappointed, just felt by the numbers, but not really any surprises. What stood out for me, Monster Boy, shown in a trailer before E3, it's a spiritual successor to the Wonder Boy series, one of my favorites on Mega Drive. Resident Evil 2, despite Fred and myself long-term speculation, this really surprised me just how good they did this, and can't wait till January to return to Raccoon City. Unraveled 2, the original holds a very personal, happy place in my horrible cold heart. Disappointments? No big surprises from anyone. No surprise games I didn't see coming, but since we like to joke, Square Enix presser was practically irrelevant, showing repeated trailers we saw elsewhere, and once again announcing games we probably won't see for years. Overall, E3 was meh, and I'm still going to be very poor buying all these games. The story really changes from my lady's perspective. She's really looking forward to Battlefield 5, the new Wolfenstein game, Assassin's Creed, Gears 5, that new game from Remedy, essentially every game with a female lead. She has literally switched roles with me this year. She is not really into any of these game series, but the fact she can be a female prog in them really excites her. This is both kind of awesome and weird for me, as usually I'm the gamer and she's the reader. Looks like we might be switching roles. Strip says, nothing really blew my socks off, but there's a lot of good looking games coming out over the next several months, in my opinion, so I'm still plenty happy regardless. I also agree that Nintendo's Direct is quick and to the point, which I really love. One of the few areas where I think they're actually way ahead of. I don't know why I can't read Strip's responses. It's not him, it's me. The whole live stage format feels like a huge waste of time and money in this day and age, but maybe I'm just a cranky old fart. I guess my biggest disappointment is the lack of an Animal Crossing announcement, but anytime I see or hear from literally anyone that works at Nintendo and they don't announce AC, I'm disappointed, so that's not really exclusive to E3. Oh, I guess my biggest standout is probably that mech game on Switch. I'm very curious about it. Not sure if it's for me, but I definitely want to know more about it. Then Joe says, E3 was good. I'm pretty optimistic for a lot of games coming, and I also get For Honor for free, so that's also kind of awesome. I'm looking forward to that new mech game from Nintendo that I can't be bothered to look up the name for. Controls look great. Ghosts of Tsushima, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate looks good enough. Doom Eternal, and I was surprised to see Rage 2 doesn't look bad. All in all, my biggest standout to me is Cyberpunk. I can't stop thinking about it. Its aesthetic is very much something that speaks to me, but I'm not really disappointed with anything. I've watched enough E3 at this point to where I don't get crazy expectations and get my heart broken if they're not met. So some very even-keeled answers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, look, here's what I liked. Here's what could have been done better. It's the compliment sandwich. Here's what you done well. Here's your areas of opportunity, and here's another compliment just to soften the blow of the mean thing I just said.
Yeah, I gotta agree the most with Jam. Like, if you rewound this and you listen to Jam's answer, that's pretty much echoing what I felt too. It's something that he put into words pretty good, and I'm just gonna elaborate on it endlessly until I'm mumbling. So yeah, just go listen to it again.
Yeah, and I think that you'll be flipping a coin for the best T-Rex roar.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, all right. So how do you want to do it? Let me see, because they were both
a coin. Just literally flip it. They both had their merits.
Yes,
we had Chenier actually doing the roar. We had Chaffee bring in the humor and his own take on it, and the historically accurate roar. So that's a 50-50. I think it can only be decided upon a coin toss.
All right. So let me see. Let me go to justflipacoin.com, the sponsors for this week's show. All right. So look, their coin has been flipped 77 million times. All right. So we could make them both winners. And
how do we do that?
And we could split up the movies.
Oh, fine. It's your codes. You do with them what you wanted, but make it more complicated.
Let's
have at it.
Let's give Chaffee Jurassic Park 3 and the Lost World.
I didn't know you hated Chaffee.
All right. So,
Let's give Chaffee a bag of flaming shit. Just have him stomp it out with his best boots. It's poop again.
Don't ask us how we got it. You don't want to
Damn
know.
it.
All right. Look, let me see. It's Chenier and Chaffee, right?
Correctamundo.
We have a copy of Ocarina of Time on the 3DS from our good friend Vegas. Remember, he gave that to us to give away.
Now we do.
Now you remember.
Uh-huh.
So the winner of this coin toss gets the Jurassic Park movies, and the loser is not going to be a loser because they're going to get Ocarina of Time on the 3DS.
The second winner.
Yes. So you tell me who gets heads, who gets tails.
I'd say fair to give Chaffee heads, because that's the first voicemail, so heads Chaffee, tails Chenier.
Heads to Chaffee, tails to Chenier. All right, I am now recording this on my phone. So we got heads for Chaffee, and we got tails for Chenier, and we are flipping it. And it's heads. So congratulations to Chaffee.
And to Chenier.
And to Chenier, who gets a copy of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on the 3DS. And if you...
I mean, which is much better than, Jurassic Park 3.
That's going to give you a lot. That's a lot of love right there. I would not be calling myself a loser.
No?
All right, so
E3.
E3. All right, that was a good show. So go ahead. Go throw down. I know you were on a show with Fred and some other colorful characters, and we were listening. I was listening to it, and it was a good show. You were talking about EA, but what else was on your mind about E3?
So as a whole, to start as the zoomed out perspective, I'm happy with what I saw. Look, kind of to mirror a lot of the comments we already got. I'm very content with what we saw. Were there areas that could have been better? Absolutely. But with the games that were announced and the games that we saw more content on via trailers, I'm very happy with it. Some standouts for me, well, actually, from the first day, EA, SOS. That game stuck with me. I really want to see more about that game, see the kind of mechanics that get involved. It has sort of a Zelda vibe to it, a Shadow of the Colossus vibe.
Is that the one with the fox?
No, that's Tunic.
Okay, because I keep hearing about Tunic.
Yes, Tunic was announced last year, because I remember Fred told me about it, because he saw it, and he's like, oh, you should look into this, because, I love the Zelda. And, yeah, that game looks awesome, too. So, but that's so much of, like, a Zelda clone that if they don't do it right, it's going to have the same problem as, oh, shoot, what was the game that came out?
Oceanhorn.
Oceanhorn, thank you. I'm like,
I know
Sea Trumpet. No, it's not Sea Trumpet. It's Oceanhorn. So, like, where Oceanhorn fell short was that it tried to do the Zelda thing, but didn't do it as well, and didn't really have too much more to offer. So that's where Tunic could run into some trouble. Is that you're trying to do the Zelda thing, but if you don't have more or different things to offer, then it's just gonna fall flat. So SOS was the game where the person came on stage and described how they created the idea while they were in sort of the fits of their lowest point, and just about depression and how it manifests itself, and all of the evil in the world creates the monster, which is your main character. So you're kind of playing as a monster, and that's reflected in the world. So that it seems very interesting. I need to see more on it, obviously, but that was one of my biggest takeaways. The other being Control, which is that new Remedy game that Sony showed, and if that ain't up my alley, I don't have an alley. Because I freaking love Remedy, from this Max Payne and beyond. I've loved all those games. They've always been a favorite, and it's hard to even describe sometimes why I like them so much, but they just strike a chord with me. Like, what was the last game for the Xbox? Shit, I am
Break.
ass all for names tonight. Jesus.
It's usually the other way around. Usually my English is not very good looking, and you're the one that's having to.
So Quantum Break, Alan Wake, Max Payne, just all the hotness. So I really, really want to see more in that game. That looks so good. It's kind of got a little psyops vibe into it, kind of a Star Wars Force Unleashed, where you're controlling stuff.
Yeah.
Heck, see, control, get it?
I want to see more on it too, because I really enjoyed Quantum Break. Like, it was, a lot of people dog it because of the whole TV part, the TV aspect of it, but I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that just as well as I enjoyed the game.
Same. I thought the TV thing was totally competent.
Yeah. Like, it was well done. The only thing is it took up a lot of time. But it was fun to watch. It was good to watch. It was good enough that I wanted the wife to sit down with me and watch it. Like, cuz me and her we dig getting into different TV shows like that, and that's like right up our alley with the type of show that we like to watch. So it would have been cool to watch it as an actual show, and it was a cool concept to have it mixed in with the game like that. I really dug it.
Yeah, some of Los's other favorite shows, the animated Mario Brothers show, the Zelda show. If any show based off of a video game, it's his favorite.
I'm trying to think of one.
Princess.
I'm trying to think of one that is to prove you wrong, and I can't. It's yeah, you're right. but yeah, I saw Control, and like, I had no idea it was Remedy, and it was like, it screamed Quantum Break. Like, it looked just like it. And when I saw it was Remedy, it clicked. I was like, oh yeah, okay, Quantum Break. And it was confusing because I didn't know if it was like a sequel to it or what, because it was so similar looking. So I can't wait to see more about it and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, for sure. What did you enjoy most? What were the
I didn't mean to take your time. I just want to put in my thoughts on Control. You could keep on going. It's okay.
No. We can go favorites, and then we can do the compliment sandwich.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right. Yeah. I like sandwiches.
What's the things you're most excited for that you liked? Then we can go over the things that you wanted to see, or what might have been a little bit of a letdown. Then end on what's hopeful for the future. What do you need to see? What raised an eyebrow but didn't quite hook you yet?
Ah, the future. All right, so I enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed everything about it. Like, it was all good. Like, it was good stuff that was shown, and it was stuff to keep me enticed and keep me going, and giving me the oomph of, hey, there's games coming out that I want to play, But at the same time, like Jam said, there's a big, huge meh just lingering over everything. And it's because, like, I figured out, and, he said it, and I figured it out, that it was because there was, like, nothing really new, like, that, like, really grabbed you from everyone, from every press conference, everyone. It was all just, like, stuff that we knew, but it was nothing like the other years, whatever year that was, that God of War was debuted, and you see Kratos standing there with his giant beard coming out of the shadows, it's like, holy crap, there's a God of War game coming, and it looks like this, and it's something that's like, it gets your juices flowing, and there was nothing like that. There was no big reveals. There was no, like, okay, that's the end of the show, but we have one more thing before you go. There was none of that.
I mean, the Cyberpunk was kind of that, but
yeah, that was good. That was good. Yeah.
So, like, that stuff was good, but yeah, there wasn't, like, at least for me, and obviously for you, oh my god, I can't wait to play this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're asking me. You're asking.
Oh, no, I was telling. I was telling you how you feel.
Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, I got you. All right, so yeah, that's the way it was. That's the way everything was. It was good stuff. Like, if I had to pick one that I would say, hey, this is the better, not performance, the better presentation out of the three big ones, I'd go with Microsoft. And that's very weird saying that, because the past few years it's been Nintendo and Sony pretty much neck and neck, and in their own leagues, Sony doing their thing, and Nintendo, doing freaking Nintendo's thing in the corner. But they were both awesome, and they both always left me like, I can't wait for the next line of games coming and what they have lined up and all that. But this time it was Microsoft. Like, it was out of nowhere. They come and they showed promise. That's what they got me with. They showed that they were trying. And that's more than what they've been doing for a few years now. That's because it's always been, hey, we got a new console coming out. Hey, we got this new controller. Hey, we got the, it's all different things that are not really like, what we were all looking for, which was games. Like, freaking put games on your console that make me want to turn on the console and not want to go, buy it for the PlayStation, because, hey, it's on the PlayStation 2, and that's where I play everything anyway, so let me just get it on the PlayStation.
Right, so it's like, your buddy invites you over to his brand new house that he bought, like, oh man, I got this awesome new house. It's got a swimming pool, it's got this awesome kitchen, and you get over there, and inside the house is 2 lawn chairs and an old, 12-inch CRT, and the pool's empty. Like, yeah, this has a ton of potential, but where's the fun?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And from their press conference, it's like they were trying. They knew what you wanted. They knew what you were looking for. You were wanting games. They showed a shitload of games.
Yeah, they have the pool guy coming next Tuesday.
Yeah,
they're having a ping pong table delivered week after.
Yep.
And they got, they went to Best Buy. They maxed out the Best Buy credit card. They're gonna have a bitchin' sound system. They have a lot of promise. The next time you come over, it's gonna be pretty chill.
And they were showing us the receipts for everything. They were showing. They got those developers that they signed. They freaking signed Ninja Theory. It's something something that shows that, like, you know, hey, this is what we're doing. We're trying. We're gonna be trying to make games. We're not showing you any now, but hey, we're doing it. We're gonna be doing it from here on out. We're gonna be trying something, and it was good to see. It was exciting to see. That was like the exciting part of what they had, you know, and the whole thing with Cyberpunk, that was a cool way to end the show. The way everything was all glitching out and, you know, all that. And that's The Witcher is a game that I can't stop hearing about. Everybody always freaking talking about it, and I got it on the PlayStation. I got it, you know, it's downloaded and it's in there, but I've never played it. I play like 3 hours of it and that's it. And I got to get into it and play it because it's, you know, nobody shuts up about it. But, you know, that's going to be a huge game coming. And, you know, that was a nice way to end it. And it was, you know, I give it to them. I was expecting a lot more from Sony. You know, Sony, they told you what they were going to do. And it's like, okay, whatever. But they did it, and it's like, holy shit, you were serious. You were just going to show us like 5 games. And
no hardware talk at all.
Nothing. No, there was
very limited VR as well. They had like a tiny VR section.
That's right. That is right. And we still can't change our damn names. Like it's. I was disappointed with Sony, and it wasn't, you know, they showed some good stuff. You know, Last of Us 2, I cannot get into. I can't do zombies. I do zombies. If I play a zombie game, I'm gonna piss the bed. I can't do it. And Spider-Man is, holy shit. That's day one automatic game of the year. Is looking like if it plays anything like the Arkham games, like the way the combat is, and if the web slinging is fluid the way it looks, forget about it. Like that is instant best game ever. And I'm like, what was the other ones? The other ones that they showed a few other ones.
Ghost of Tsushima.
The Ghost of Tsushima. That looks like a cool one. That looks like it's gonna be pretty in depth with, like, you know, story and all that stuff. It looks cool. I want to see more of it though before you know I say sign me up. But I see where the appeal is. I see why everybody's excited. It looks amazing, and I love the time period. That's something that you don't really see games with, the, you know, the samurai time period. Of what is it? Feudal Japan? Is it Japan? Is that
feudal.
What it is?
Feudal Japan.
It's not frugal.
No.
It's
fruitful Japan. Your new produce market coming in your area. Fruitful Japan.
Yeah, and the people that cut their fruit, they're samurais.
Yeah, Fruit Ninja. Come on.
Exactly. Oh my god. That's a mini game in the Ghost of Tsushima.
That would be so odd. It just cuts. Like,
yeah.
Freaking Fruit Ninja?
That's the actual game. And everything we saw is going to be like the story, like the CG story cutscenes. And none of that is gameplay. The actual gameplay is Fruit Ninja. That's it. Game of the year. All right. So,
yeah, we talked Microsoft, Sony, I guess the last thing, Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I had it in my head that, because one of my buddies mentioned, it's like, you know, what if they did a Zelda that's on the same engine that they had for Breath of the Wild?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, they kind of did the same thing with Majora's Mask.
Yes,
yeah. You're right. Yeah, I mean, that seems like it could be something you could turn around in, you know, 2 years. And this would be kind of a time to announce 2 years. And actually, they haven't announced any Zelda since. So I went back and looked at like all the release dates of when all the Zelda games have come out. And there's been one about every 2 years between, 3DS and between, or not, sorry, between their portable system, be it Game Boy, whatever, and then between their main console, just going back and forth. And they've had a couple little ones in between, like Triforce Heroes, which, does that really even count? Nah, not so much. But like, they're your big games between portable and between home console have really been about every 2 years. And if they're looking to make the Switch both portable and home console, you would expect that they would have announced something for 2019.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. So that was a little bit disappointing. The fact that Smash Brothers, they finally confirmed, yes, it is the one for the Wii U, but it's not the one for the Wii U. So it would have been cool to see if they were going to make bigger changes, new levels, whatever. I mean, they're adding at least 1-2 new characters. Actually, probably I imagine like 5 new characters. Kirby is essentially a new character because he can absorb all the powers now. So, there's those things, and it's a new game. I wish they would have called it something different and just added a couple levels, and no one would have known because they always add in all the old levels and all the old characters anyway. So it's hard to even at this point even say what is a new Smash Brothers game, because like Mario Kart, they incorporate so much of the old every time they put in a new that like you're really only getting 20% new anyway. I just wish they would have tried to pull the wool over our eyes a little bit more. And then I'm not a Pokemon guy, and the fact that they already announced Pokemon, and that's what had me thinking Zelda was going to be announced or something big along those lines. I'm like, holy shit, they announced Pokemon before E3? They must have something huge in the hopper.
Yeah.
And they really didn't. I mean, they had some really good games, I'm sure, going to be a lot of fun. But it's just weird that they, leading up to it, if they just would have dropped that Pokemon bomb right at E3, I think I would have been more impressed with their press conference.
They would have won
just for that fact.
They would have won it. They would have been done. Like, Nintendo's the best. But yeah, they what they did show for Pokemon, that was something. Like, it was still no, they didn't really show much during E3. I think it was after E3 that they were showing a lot of it. Like after
the Treehouse thing.
Yeah,
after
the Treehouse.
They showed a bit more, and they didn't show, to my knowledge, any of the new game coming out next year.
No, nobody knows about that. That's still up in the air. It's just known that it is a core game, meaning that it will be like actual Pokemon. Like, this is very, very tied to Pokemon Go. So it's a lot more accessible in that sense. Like, it's very kid friendly, I guess is the best way to put it. Like, it's something that, everybody could pick up and play. Very casual Pokemon. There you go. So that's what the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee are. They're very casual Pokemon games that are still Pokemon at their core. Like, there's still a lot of Pokemon going on and a lot of mechanics going on that are Pokemon, but an actual core game that we are used to on the 3DS, that's coming next year. So either way, it's exciting either way, because the Let's Go games that are coming out in a few months, it looks freaking gorgeous. If you're not into it, but
no.
if you were into Pokemon, there's no way you could deny how gorgeous these freaking games look and how fun they look, because it is so exciting just seeing it being played, seeing the things going on and everything. It is just like, holy crap, give it to me now. You got to get into it. You got to do it. Come on, Beardy, let's do it.
get my Pokemon on.
Yeah, let's get the Pokemon going.
I've made it this long. I think I'll be okay. I've tried. I've really tried.
Well, look at me. I'm fresh into it. I'm just like 2 games into playing Pokemon. I started with Sun and Moon, and look at where I am now. I'm a freaking nerd with this shit. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I was geeking out with it with Chase. Me and Chase were going between our chat and the gaming history chat, just like going Pokemon everywhere. but yeah, with Nintendo, they did good. Like, I really liked what they did. I liked what they did more than Sony, but at the same time, I really don't think they needed to do a half hour on Smash. Like, that was just ridiculous. That was way more information than what was needed for E3. But it was good in the sense that, you know, they were showing off what was going on. It was worth it to it would have been worth it to put that in its own direct, like next week. Like, hey,
Right.
we had E3, but we have this special stuff that goes in depth with all the Smash stuff. So look forward to that next month. That would have been perfect, because that would have given...
you know, it's like thou doth protest too much, because they're trying to say like, oh, it's, you know, it's not the one for the Wii U.
Yeah.
You know, look at all the changes we made. It's totally different. Like,
yeah, there was a lot of that.
Yeah, it is, but you're really getting to the technical bits of it, and that's not what's attracting me to it. Like, granted, I'm still gonna buy it. Like, who am I kidding? Of course, I'm gonna get it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it a lot, but I'm probably not gonna play it as much as a brand new one. I'm gonna treat it the same way I had Mario Kart 8.
Mm-hmm.
Is there's some new features. It really changed things. It makes it a bit more dynamic. I'm glad it's gonna be there. I'm glad people are gonna be able to play. But at the same time, I don't think it got too much attention than what it might have deserved. That's going to be full judgment reserved until it actually comes out and I get my hands on it. But for what they were talking about and the changes, I don't think the way I play it that I'm going to see those changes.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, that's all those details that they were talking about and everything. That's like hardcore hundreds of hours in Smash. You know, those are the ones that are appreciating all the little details. But, like, you know, people like us play it casually, whatever. It's like, okay, there's a new Smash game. Gonna buy it, gonna play it, gonna have fun with it. It's gonna be awesome. But all the little changes and everything like that, you could have just given us the game and we wouldn't have known any different.
Right. I'll play it just long enough to unlock all the characters.
Yeah.
And then that'll be that.
Yeah. And then and then we'll be setting up a Discord channel so that we could bother each other and be like, hey, jump on, so we could fight each other. Because that'll be fun.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I am looking forward to with this, is that no one played the Wii U one because no one had a Wii U.
Exactly.
I had it. I tried to play online. No one was online. Did the same thing with the Wii one. When the Wii had online, I tried to go online to find someone to fight. No one there to fight. And this was like 2 weeks after release.
Well, now everybody and their mother has a freaking Switch, so it's going to be a blast.
Fighting people from an airplane.
Yup. Fighting people on the airplane.
Yeah. Just walk up, slap some poor kid's Switch out of his hand. Like, bullshit, you don't use Kirby.
Alright. So, anything else for E3?
No? Good showing all around.
Yeah. Yeah,
positive.
I'm happy. Happy with everything, just a little disappointed here and there with whatever. but I'm not going to go crying about it. I'm not going to be complaining. You know, there's way too many games to be playing and enjoying that I'm going to be there complaining about something for whatever.
Yeah, I mean, E3 really is, you know, it gets said a lot. It's like Christmas for gamers.
Mm-hmm.
But the analogy really holds strong. It's like we got a bunch of announcements and a bunch of gifts that we had coming to us that we didn't know. And for the most part, they did a really good job guessing what we wanted. But we didn't get that one or two things we had in our mind that we might think we were getting. And so that's where the conversation comes in. Like, oh, I wish we had gotten this. But yeah, but you got all this stuff. You have a mountain of toys. You have all this stuff to play. And there's at least, you know, 2 games per console that I'm looking forward to playing. And that's awesome.
Very, very awesome. And like always, if you want to talk about any of this, we were going crazy into Discord with a lot of stuff for E3, and we will continue to do so. So jump in there, talk to us, start conversations. I'm a sucker for creating channels. So if you say we need a channel for talking about the reasons why so much dust accumulates on your electronics, I'm probably going to do it. You know, give me a reason, basically. So get into Discord and let's talk more about all the cool stuff coming. We're pretty positive, I think, if you didn't know.
Yeah.
So all right. Hold on. I got to go pee.
Better hurry. I've already almost an hour passed.
I know.
Oh, Los is peeing. He's taking a whiz. Taking a whiz on the toilet. Hopefully he's not peeing in a bush. Peeing in a bush. I hope he's not peeing in a bush. Singing my song. Waiting for Los. These are the things I think of. Waiting for Los to empty his bladder. Sometimes I wonder if he sits down to pee. Does he sit down to pee? Oh, that's a little joke to me from me, because he's going to come back and listen to the recording. Like, oh, that Beardy. Son of a bitch. So I'd like to do to Los. Just little side thing, this little slight. It's a little gift. Gotta go to bed. It's almost 11. I've been going to bed at 9 o'clock, like an old man. It's been pretty nice, though. I wake up and I'm like, oh, I'm not insanely tired. Because I've actually gotten like 8 hours of sleep, because Wade wakes up at about 5:30 most mornings. Tonight he had mercy and let me sleep in. So that was nice of the boy. Jeez, how long does it take to pee? He didn't have to pee, he had to poop. Just dropping a deuce. A Los deuce.
What?
What?
Oh my god, I
Done
peed
pooping?
so much.
Okay, I don't know why you couldn't just wait.
No, I couldn't. Like it was coming out. Like, oh man, it's bad.
I just like the image of you running down the hall, peeing your pants, running to the bathroom, like past Mrs. Los, just in her room, like sitting up in bed reading a book, and just looks up like, I'm peeing, as you just run across.
I felt like I felt like leaving the microphone on and hearing me do that in the background.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't, because that would be gross.
You'd be able to, but I didn't. I thought twice. I was thinking. See. All right. So what are we doing now? What's up?
Keeping it short and simple.
Are we? Is that what we're doing? All right.
Yep. So,
Are you-
everyone, hope you enjoy the show. It is our last for the foreseeable future.
Well, you broke up. What'd you say? What?
It's our last show. Throwing in the towel. Do want to sincerely thank everyone who participates in the Discord, everyone who listens, who have not participated in Discord. Now's your chance, because Discord's gonna be there. So you got anything to say? But yeah, it's just a combination of life getting in the way. We're two dads with two kids each, not even together. I mean, that'd make an interesting sitcom. Looks and Beardy, my two dads. But
Oh, those poor children.
yeah, be ruined. So it's just life getting in the way. Constantly having to reschedule. We tried going to a bi-weekly format. Even that didn't work. And it's just getting busier. Los mentioned, with the summertime, his kids stay up later. I have an earlier bedtime, and it just doesn't work out, just even on a day-to-day basis. And then, multiple recording issues. Tonight's been okay, fortunately, so I'm glad we're going out on a high note. But yeah, we're done for now.
I'm gonna go down fighting. This is
Son of a bitch, if you even try. This is all Beardy. It's Beardy's idea.
Beardy doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me just back it up. No, it's I really am probably gonna just put in the stuff like after the show, the stuff we were talking about, most of it. Because we had a real talk for like an hour, just talking about it, and I was trying my best not to cry, and it sucks, but it's to the point. I mean, it's something that, like Beardy said, it's been coming. We changed format. We changed our scheduling, and the last show, was it the last show that we said we were gonna change format?
Yep.
Yeah. See, that feels like it was a month ago.
Well, it probably was, because
Yeah.
we haven't had a show. We skipped one of our bi-weekly
Yeah.
shows.
See, like we are constantly doing, and it's something. When I was talking about it the other week, that was like my own personal stuff, like my own things going on that I was telling Beardy. I was like, that's it, I'm done, and he talked me out of it, and from that's when we were talking about changing the format, not keeping it on games primarily, not doing that, and just like opening it up to whatever we want to talk about. And that's all fine and dandy. That's cool. That's what, sounded like a good idea and everything. But that doesn't give us the time to actually do it. That's
right. You still have to have time to do the show. And in Los's case, because he does editing, to edit, post, show notes, it all adds up.
Yeah, it's something that really sucks, because like I was telling him before, like I was telling Beardy before the other week, it's something that I feel like it's a responsibility to the community, and to everybody who listens. Like, I feel like we're out here and we're doing the show, we're having fun, we're doing all this, but like we're doing it, not just for us, but for the listeners, and it sucks, sitting here and trying to make it work, trying to get things going, trying to keep it afloat, and it's just like in Sea of Thieves, like we're trying to bucket the water out of the boat, and like we got like holes everywhere that we're trying to patch up, and we can't keep up with it because we both got our schedules, we both got our things going on, and it's hard to do it, and it's not fair to the listeners who we're trying to do this for. It's not fair to you guys because, we're like, hey, we got this gaming podcast, we're doing it every week. And then, okay, hey, we got a gaming podcast, but we're going to be doing it every other week. And it's like every other week is like, really every month now. And it's not really games anymore. It's like whatever was going on. So like, hey, see you next month. It's not fair to the people who are trying to keep up with us and trying to listen. And it's not like we're streamers where we got a podcast on the side and we are mainly streaming and you guys could see us streaming all the time. It's like, this is what we're doing, and this is all that we could give to you guys as a form of entertainment, and we cannot deliver properly, and it's not right. It feels like it's not a waste of time per se, but it's it's something that it should be better handled. And if we're forcing it and we're trying to make it work so bad, maybe it's not really supposed to be working in the first place. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And, the Sea of Thieves analogy, it's like at a certain point you gotta swim to shore.
Yeah.
And, it's something where both Los and I, we do, believe it or not, we have quality standards. And we just felt like we're falling behind that, even to ourselves. And the types of shows we want to put out and the type of content we want to put out.
Mm-hmm.
And something too, who knows what the future holds? We are future monkeys. We have time machine, but fortunately, it's only stuck backwards. So we don't know what's in the future for now. But there very well could be a day where we brush off the time machine and hop back in.
Mm-hmm.
And we could get this going again one day. It's just not now. And we did the whole thing last year where we took time off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like we're taking more and more time off. And since, it's me and it's Los. And so we don't have another leg to stand on. So unless one of us feels like coming on and monologuing for some time, if we have to move schedules, there's no show.
Mm-hmm.
And then that sucks. I mean, and for me personally, that's not the type of show I want to listen to. I want something that can deliver content on a regular basis and they have at least some expectation, even if it is bi-weekly, if it's monthly, if it's every 2 months. And, because one of the things I can't stand is not meeting commitments. So if I set a goal, I want to meet it. And right now, we're not meeting those goals, and it might just be internal. And, we went through the same thing with easy mode.
Mm-hmm.
When easy mode broke up, I've thought the same thing. Like, well, just do the show. I don't care if you talk about games. I'm interested in you guys. That's what I want to hear. And, it's like now I'm in those shoes. Like, I get it. It's more than just doing the show.
It's funny because whenever I had the issues going on where it was hard to get the show going and to get it recorded and do all that stuff, it was my wife was always there telling me, like, you're trying to do it, you're trying to get it done. You got to remember that there's a reason why Rob, Dana, and Trees quit doing easy mode. you know, that they all had they all started all fresh and clean, and they were all having fun and all that stuff, but then they started having families, having kids, having more responsibilities, and it all piles up, and that's what's going on here. I mean, we were trying to make it work, and it's just like more and more things getting piled on, and life is demanding now, and that's what we're doing. That's what we got to do. I mean, we got, like Beardy said, we each got 2 kids. Mine's are older than Beardy's by a little bit, but you know, it's like you know, I was telling Beardy, you know, this summer, like I was wanting the summer off to take the summer off while the kids are off of school, but then, you know, when I come back after the summer, that's his busy season.
That's my busy season for work.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I don't know what kind of show commitment I could bring into. So really, we're looking at like half the year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can do a show. Should we just do a show from January through June?
I mean, hey, that's up for debate. If you want to do that, if you want to be like an actual, you know, TV show where we're up like, you know, a few weeks out of the year, you know, that's on you guys. If, you know, it's something that, you know, we would do. I mean, it's right now, this whole weekly, bi-weekly thing commitment, it seems simple. It seems like, you know, hey, you're recording a show for 1 or 2 hours a night, 1 day a week for two weeks out of the month. You know, it seems like duh, like whatever. You could do that in your sleep, but it's a commitment that has to be scheduled out in advance, and it has to be planned throughout the day that it's going to happen. You know, got to get the kids in bed at a certain time. The kids are never going to go to bed at that time, and it's going to be a fight every week, and it's going to be something else piled on and something else going on, and you got to wake up early for work the next day, and it's just over and over. And we're old. We're too old for this shit. We're not, you know, we got priorities. And, you know, while it sucks because, you know, like, not to rub it in Beardy's face, but, you know, I've been here from the beginning, and it's something that I enjoyed seeing grow and enjoyed seeing it, you know, even all the ups and downs and the peaks and valleys that we've been through and everything. It's something that I'm proud of. I'm proud to be a Future Monkey with, you know, our small little group of listeners that are listening every week. You know, it doesn't matter to me that we're not like some ultra popular show of sponsors and all this other crap. You know, it's something that I'm proud to do, something that I'm happy to do. And it sucks that this is the reality of it, but, you know, it's just the way life is. And if it's coming down to doing, you know, actual life responsibilities or doing a show, then the show is gonna have to go. So that's like where we're at. I mean, if there's like Beardy said, there's, you know, chance leaving it open, we're closing the door behind us, but we're not locking it, I guess. I mean, is that where you got at? Is that what basically it is?
Yeah, so if you want to, you know, rip the copper pipes out of the wall and just ransack the area, just dive in.
Yeah, keys under the mat.
Yeah, I mean, last time we took the hiatus, we said it's a hiatus, and
Yeah.
came back, and this time wouldn't get your hopes up for the immediate future. So this time, Daddy and Daddy are going out to buy cigarettes,
Oh man.
and I'm not sure if we're coming back. But it's not your fault. It's not. Mommy and Daddy love you very much.
Shut up. This is getting too real. You're gonna trigger a lot of emotions and backstories.
Origin stories.
Yep. So yeah, I guess that's where we're leaving. I mean,
Or how about this one? Do you have anything to say? Because I think I have a way to end this.
I think we said it enough. I mean, with this and all the blabbering we were doing before, I mean that should be significant enough of explanation to what's going on. And you know where we are. We're always on Discord. Discord's not closing. That's free. Whatever. So it's gonna be there. We're gonna be talking there. The blog. We will discuss what happens with the blog and futuremonkeys.com. I would like and prefer to keep it open and to keep that, some sort of thing or whatever. But if it's not going to get used, that's one thing. But if, there's a possibility of coming back, there's another, it's something to up for debate with the monkey council. Council. There you go. So yeah. Get at us. That's all I'm gonna say. Talk to us. Discord. I don't know about Twitter. I do enough shit on social media, but if you want to add us on Twitter, then you could do that. Like if you're thinking about us, but Discord is where it's gonna be at.
So let's just end on this. It's not goodbye. It's toodle pip.
Yeah, that works.
Look at me, don't you see? An independent thinking, well-informed outcast of society. I will hate anything as long as it will bring more attention to me. The government lies, I know. I saw it on a movie in the internet. And besides, all my friends told me that. Tell
Nope.
Okay, I'm not either. I'm not crying, you're crying.
You're crying.
I'm not crying, you're crying. Alright, it's fucking midnight.
Yeah, and I don't know. My quick knee-jerk reaction to leaving the site up is it doesn't get used now.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna get used even less if we're not doing a show. This is, I don't know, this seems like a super lonely site just out there, just dead. Yeah, I appreciate
when I said it, that's
it's like, why? What? I know that's your vote, and your vote is to do a daily streaming where we play games together, and then we do a show every night. That's my vote too. But the whole reason we have to cut this shit is because we don't have time. And I've literally put one video up once. And that was under duress.
It's true. Damn it, I'm trying to keep something alive. Maybe we'll do one of those like static images, like of a sad monkey whenever you go to futuremonkeys.com.
Well, if you go to easy mode now, it just reroutes to
yeah, that's right.
That video.
Mm. Maybe we should do something cryptic like that. Because the actual site,
the domain,
that could go, but it's the name that we have to keep.
Right. I would be willing to meet you halfway and do that. If we can keep the domain open, because
that's what gets eaten up. Like if that goes, people watch that shit, and if a domain domain expires, and people see that it was being used, they will buy it, and they'll hold it ransom and charge you ridiculous amounts of money for it.
Yeah, so I agree we should do that, but as for everything else, I don't see any need to keep hosting fees for a 3-year-old review of a hidden image game. Might not be the best way to spend money.
Watch, this is gonna end. Everything's gonna go away, and like magically, we're gonna have all the time in the world to do everything.
We're both gonna win the lottery on the same day.
All of a sudden, we got a lot of time to kill. Alright, it's past bedtime. I still gotta shower.
Yep. Alright, bud. Well, good night. Good talking to you, and
as always,
we'll talk soon. Don't worry.
We're gonna have to, like, I'm gonna call you randomly, like I did that day with the dentist.
While I'm at work?
Yeah.
Like, yes, Los. He's like, what you doing? I'm in my boss's office. Does he look angry? Yes, Los. Again. I don't know how you keep on changing your number. You keep on calling.
That was so funny. You're there whispering. Like, why are you whispering? Oh, wait, you're at work. That's right.
Yeah, I'm like, the thing was, like, I was still at my desk. So I'm like, all right, if he needs to have, like, a longer conversation, I'm good with that. But I need to know if this is going to be a butt dial situation, and I'll just stay at my desk, or if I need to get up and go into the hall.
I felt so bad after I called.
No, it's fine. I can always just hit mute, so it's not a big deal.
Oh man, that was freaking hilarious. Oh, look, it's raining. How timely. It's going with the sadness. The melancholy. Alright. Look at that. 5 voicemail.
Boom.
Alright. Can you hear it? Let's see.
Hey, Future Monkeys, it's Shelby. I want to take a stab at this contest here.
Yep.
Who the fuck was that?
Chaffee.
Oh, I thought you said Shelby.
Yes, it's Shelby, our longtime listener, Shelby.
So, let me give my...
It says Shelby in the transcript, and I heard him, and I was like, "Oh, Shelby? Who the fuck, Shelby?" All right. So look at that, and we're going out with a contest too.
See?
All right. So whoever, all right, we'll talk about whatever.
Yeah,
what is up?
I'll be Thelma. You can be Louise. Just hold my hand and just hit the accelerator.
Okay. Is this what you want to do?
It's what we're doing. Foot's on the gas. It's not what I want to do, but we've been talking about it for...
No, I've been talking about it.
I've been talking about it too. You've not been listening. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why we shouldn't do a show anymore. You can't listen to me. What I've been saying, what had happened is that we've been talking for close to an hour on all the reasons why we can't do a show, and we came up with like one reason of why we should. Let's count the marbles in each jar.
Damn it, that one reason's good enough for me.
It's a it's a big reason. I'm not saying that.